you can relax a little bit if you want, and it won't be bad. You're already going to be miles above your current level. But if you relax right at the beginning, you don't have that much room to improve or to relax to. You're just going back to being a loser. So yeah, highly recommend to do this. Put down everything a little, every little thing. Now, even if you want to take a nap, I already told you put a nap 1 hour. That's okay as long as it's in your schedule and you plan for it. That's okay to have this in your day. I don't mind. Sometimes I have it in mind as well because when I know that I'm going to have a very challenging day, I'm okay taking a nap. That's fine. Ace, is there a time when you don't manage to finish everything on your list for that week? And so is there a punishment you impose on yourself? Yes, obviously there are times like that, especially when you're running a very complex organization like the real world. There are always emergencies that are popping up, always surprising things that you have to just push things off your schedule and to-do list in order to tackle things that are much more urgent and more important. So yeah, it does happen. No, I don't punish myself. Why would I? I'm not some masochist. There's no need for punishment. Now, your punishment is usually it's usually the guilt you feel by not being as productive as you wanted. I think that's enough. But if you know that, so guys, I already said it on the first, I think it was on the first day. I want you to judge every single day as like it's your last day, and you're going to put everything you have into each and every day. Like life is not built when you're planning, let's say, 2 years, 3 years from now. Now I know you can set goals for 2, 3 years. That's fine, but you can't worry about 3 years. You have to worry about the next day because realistically, that day is all you have. Even I can go even further and say tonight is all you have, right? Because who guarantees that you're going to wake up tomorrow? So always get the most out of you can of every single day. And if you schedule your time properly, you did your goals properly, you do your tasks properly, and so every day just takes care of itself. Over time, you just realize, fuck, how far have I made it? And it's the same in the military. Like when we did tons of push-ups or any other exercise, the officer would always tell us, think about the next one. All you have to do is just one more. Can you do one more? Do one more. And that was the perspective. Yeah, we have to do like, let's say 200, 300, but like that's in general, but all we have to do is like one more. That's it. And one more is usually easier than in your mind than thinking 30 more or 50 more, right? Because it's doable. Let's see how important it is to have a positive mindset and visualize things you want to happen. Well, these are two different questions. When it comes to having a positive mindset, I think not having a positive mindset just makes no sense, right? If you have a negative mindset, it means you don't want to accomplish anything. That's a loser mindset, essentially. And visualizing things, I don't know, that's completely up to you. I'm not the kind of guy who like doing extreme visualization exercise. I used to do that. I think it's useful for most. For mine, I always knew what I want. Okay, I'm taking a slight detour and explain to you another concept that I live by. So there are two kinds of people. Ones that want to, let's say, have a goal and they want to become something and march towards something, and there are other people who want to escape something. Now, sometimes those goals align, but in many times there's usually one aspect, one angle that's much more powerful than the other. For many, I want to become rich so I can buy for myself whatever I want, like buy my dream car, my dream watch, live in my dream house, and all of that. And for others, their motivation is like escaping poverty. Like, no, I want to be free. I don't want to have people telling me what to do. I don't want my friends to think lowly of myself. I want to save my family. I want to buy medicine for my sick grandma. I want to afford life-saving surgery for my mom. Like those kind of things. So you're either running towards, and I think it's great to have both, something to run towards and something to run from. For me, what motivated me the most was just escaping poverty. Like life was shit being poor, guys. I've been bullied a lot for being poor, while all my friends were from rich families. And people always mocked me about my weight because I was super skinny. Naturally, food wasn't something that we had in abundance, which sucks, but it is what it is. All my friends had a car by the time they were 17, and I barely ever had enough to buy a driving license. So yeah, Life was shit for me being poor. I wanted to escape poverty as soon as possible. And like that was my motivation. Lamborghini, sports car, traveling the world. Like I didn't give a fuck about that. Okay, next. All right, I think I forgot to continue to get back to the original point. So visual things you want to happen. Yeah, if you want, if having a Lamborghini motivates you, I don't think that's lasting motivation. Not for me in any way. But what motivated me was knowing what would happen to me if I fail, which continue to live the shitty life I had, getting mocked on by loser people. My parents are sick, always having fights over money. Oh, how much you spend? We can barely afford rent this month. Like, then this was shit, and this is what pushed me. I think Tate has a lesson on that. I don't know if it's been released yet, but I'm sure it will. I will follow up with them. Okay. How can we focus on a single task? Why wouldn't you focus on a single task? I don't understand. If you tell me that you're getting too distracted, find out what distracts you. Oh, is it your phone? Just turn off your phone for an hour or something. The thing that really helped me was the timer. It's in front of me. I can't just not doing things while the clock is ticking. So if that can motivate you, I don't know, try it. Hello, I've been here for a few months, but I plunk my nose and bite my nails when I get stressed. How can I fix that? Well, you have to realize why you do things and when you do things. Like what's making you stressed. You have to understand. And then once you realize that there are certain tasks that make you stressed, and you know that when you do that, you're going to bite your nails or plunk your nose, I don't know what it means, then just understand, no, I'm not going to do that. Most people do that while they don't notice. Like it's going to be completely subconscious. But once you pour awareness into it, then it's easier. You just, oh, I don't want to do that. Continue to focus on whatever you want. Hey, say we set a time to task and it isn't complete in that time. Do we move on to the next task and then we get spare time later? We can back to and finish. Well, this truly depends on what a task is. Now, in my experience, it is better to just continue with your current task and delay a little bit the next one, unless it's very time sensitive. For example, if you're going to write an email, for example, for the next 30 minutes, but it takes you a little bit longer, and the next task is, I don't know, write another email or go on post on social media, then extend your first task. Why? Because it takes some time to get in the zone and to reach, let's say, 100% performance. For me, it takes me a while. I know there are people using a technique called Pomodoro. I never liked it because I know it's a session of 30 to 45 minutes, and to me, I only get in the zone after like 20 minutes. So by the time I have to break, I'm already fucking hard in the zone. So my sessions are like an hour or an hour 20, around 80 minutes. That's usually my time, my time for a session. 20 minutes to warm up, then an hour of work. That's it. That's what I do. Then you can take a break. That's fine. Ace, what do you do? You did when you haven't got enough sleep to finish something. Well, it really depends. Some days I have to get to bed quite late, so I just continue to sleep more because you have to understand I'm okay missing some tasks, but I'm not okay having to do all my tasks while being sleep deprived, because then it means I'm just not performing on my highest performance level. So you have to understand that there are trade-offs, and it really depends on you. In many days, including on the last week, I've been extremely sleep deprived, but that has been because of unfortunate situation that I had to deal with. But in general, I try to improve my sleep. That's a goal of mine. I even wear a watch. Well, it's not actually a watch. It's a smart bracelet that tracks my sleep because I do care about that. Hey, so how can we fall asleep faster? Work hard a day. If you don't work hard, then you won't be tired. When you work hard, then it's very easy to fall asleep. If you want to improve your quality of sleep, that's another subject. That's very long, and I think that Alex will be more qualified for that. Ace, I have the habit to plan my next day at the end of every day. Yes, that's good. I like to plan my week in advance because then I have foresight to what I have. But yeah, absolutely. Let's add it to this task. You know what? Every single night, plan the next day, or at least review what you have. Because whenever the days go by, obviously you're going to see things a little bit different, and maybe there are things that you have to add to the next day. Because I actually have a list that it's what I do today and what I have tomorrow. and then I just add things or remove them, whatever needed. So yeah, we add it to the list as well. You do a main task list every single for the next for again. You organize your tasks for the next week by the weekend, and then every single night you review it and plan your next day. Does it make sense? Let's do it like this. Okay, let's see more questions. I'm going to wrap it up in like 3 minutes or something because I have to finish early today. I spend around 2 hours a day playing Fortnite with my 8-year-old boy. Bro, delete the game. Fuck this shit. If you must spend time with him doing something productive, like working out or something. Or you know what? He's 8 years old. Just let him help you with stuff. I don't know. Like take out the trash or something that will save you time. I don't know. Just do something. You don't want to spend time playing video games with him, unless like it's an excuse for you to play video games. Oh, I only do this because of my younger brother. Nah, that's shit. Hey, so I want a friend that would be like my brother to me in life, so we can do strong thing together. That's very hard to do, man. Finding people that are on the exact same wavelength as you, that are going to be your perfect, let's say, perfect partners, that's extremely difficult. But once you elevate yourself to a very high standards and you go to the gym and you put yourself out, it becomes more likely to find somebody like that. Because as much as you think that you're unique, many people that are like you in the same situation, they want to find somebody who's going to hold them on a higher standard and become like, let's say, their partner in crime. I know as much as it's a cliche, but yeah, it's hard to find it. I still haven't found somebody like that in, let's say, in my closest circle, but I have my brothers that live in other countries, and we speak every single day, almost the entire day, and holding ourselves accountable, learning things together, doing business together. So that it is. Ace, what do you use to track your sleep? Oh, it's called Hoop. WHOOP. It's quite expensive. Like it's not very cheap, but I like it. It gives you a lot of health insight about yourself. Some people like an hour ring. I don't know. I don't like rings. I think it looks kind of faggot unless you're some old man. I don't know. I look young. I don't want to look super old.